Good morning, Gearfax friends. I've got a Yamaha PSR 270 here with me today, and what I want to talk about in a general sense is how to synthesize sounds on all Yamaha keyboards. Some have more features, some have fewer features. The secrets begin with the function button right here. So you'll see that volume control comes up. That's pretty common to all Yamaha keyboards. If you keep pressing the function button, you'll see it scrolls through a whole lot of ways that we can control our sound or add to our sound. Even the D sound, which is short for the dual sound. So you can have two layers running with different effects. Notice that as I go through the function menu, say to DSP level, give it a second and it'll switch to a value for the DSP level. That's set to 32 at the moment, so if my DSP, which is an effect, was a delay, for example, I can increase the amount of delay by just tapping on plus, or reduce it by going back with minus. This is a common trick with some of the older Yamaha keyboards. The DSP section is actually really exciting, but you have to switch it on. So you can be changing this value and thinking, well, I'm still not hearing any delay or phaser or whatever other effect I want. Why am I not hearing it? Well, let's go back to function. This is where we were at DSP level. You've got to go to the place where you switch the DSP on. So in this case, it's F35, and it's always set to off by default. I don't know why Yamaha does it that way, because the DSP is great. So anyway, switch that on, then press function again. Then we can choose a type of DSP. It's really worth exploring these. There's about 35 of these effects on the older Yamaha keyboards. There may be more on some of the newer ones, but we've got several types of delay. There are distortions, phaser and auto wah are great ones to try. Rotary adds a great effect to your organ sounds. Heaps to choose from in the DSP section. And if we go back again to where we looked at the attributes of our main voice, we started with main volume, main octave, main panning. Most of those would remain the same most of the time. Reverb level, we'll let that time in to see that we have a reverb level of 40. And of course we can adjust that the same way we did, or the same way we do for any other value. Press function again to get back into our function list. Chorus level's just the same. Set that to about 80. Back to functions again, and here we are at our main DSP level. So we've switched our DSP on, we've chosen DSP, but we have to set the level of the DSP back in the main voice functions. And you might be thinking this is a pretty clunky and unuser-friendly system, and you're absolutely right, it is. Anyway, we stopped on the function menu item that was called MDSP level, or main digital signal processor level, and it's revealed that we've got a level of 26. Let's put it right up to 100. I'll just key in the number 100 so we get a nice strong DSP. And now if I go back to choosing a DSP, I can scroll through all the different types. Rotary. Here's a left to right pan. Wah pedal. And some great delay effects. I really like the phaser effect. I often use that with my sounds on Yamaha keyboards. So just to summarize, if we function our way through the menu, and while it's in that function mode, you can use plus and minus, or even enter a value numerically to quickly jump to a particular function. But like I said, once it's been on a function for 2 seconds, it'll go into the value for that function. As you go through the function menu, you'll find that Some of the Yamaha keyboards will let you adjust things like the attack rate and the decay rate of a sound. We see here that we can set the octave for our split voice. Same with dual voices. Have a look at the function menu in your Yamaha keyboard and see if it will allow you to give different attributes to your dual voice, because sometimes, for example, a quick punchy voice as your main voice can sound great if it's dualed up with a voice that attacks slowly. Also, there are some Yamaha models that will give you access to arpeggiators and sampling. Experiment with all of those things. Change the attack and the release, change the effect that's on them, use the dual effect, use extra reverb or extra chorus, because pretty much all Yamaha keyboards will allow you to set 3 separate effects. You've got that DSP we talked about a moment ago, and it will also allow you to set chorus and reverb separately. Layer your sounds, layer your effects, and just explore. See what you can come up with. I'm going to provide a link to synthesizing on Yamaha's latest model in 2020. It's the PSRE 463. It has a really good synth engine, but I have to say it's largely untapped by most users. So check that one out. It's very interesting. And again, the basic theoretical concepts are the same for most Yamaha keyboards, perhaps with the exception of some of the really early ones and some of the really highly advanced ones. But if you own a Yamaha, some of what I've said here today will definitely apply. It is all about that function key. It's not necessarily located here on your Yamaha keyboard. Function key can be on either side, sometimes up on the top right. But when you find it, press it repeatedly and see what menu options it gives you. I hope you found that useful, Yamaha owners. Please like, comment, or subscribe to Gear Facts, and I'll see you next time.